If you're thinking about buying a home in Phoenix, more specifically the West Valley, you need to watch this entire video before you make any decisions, because the market right now, it is shifting. And if you don't understand what the data is telling you, you could either miss a massive opportunity or make a really expensive mistake. I'm Renee the Realtor, your West Valley real estate specialist, and today I am breaking down the March 2026 Phoenix market data fresh from the Cromford Report, which provides the most accurate and up-to-date data in my opinion. This is the same data that top agents are watching right now. So let's jump into it. All right, here's the big picture. As of March 2026, the Phoenix Metro, all areas and all property types, is showing some really interesting numbers. First, active listings. Right now, we have a little over 30,000 active listings across the Metro. That is up from 29,263 last month and significantly higher than the 28,588 we saw this same time last year. That is a 5.3% increase year over year in available inventory. Now, why does that matter to you as a buyer? More inventory means more choices. More choices means you have more negotiating power than buyers had even a year ago. Monthly sales are running at 65.34, slightly up from 64.51 last month, and the annual sales pace is holding at 75,451. The market is still active, homes are still moving, but the dynamics are changing in your favor. Let's talk about that inventory number a little bit more because it is very interesting. Now, 2 years ago, there were only 20,329 active listings in this market. Today, we have a little over 30,000. That is a nearly 48% increase in available homes in just 2 years. For you buyers who have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for more selection, this is your moment. The competition for homes is easing, multiple offer situations are becoming less common, and sellers are more willing to negotiate. Now, if you're relocating from a market like California or the Pacific Northwest where inventory is still brutally tight, these numbers are indeed a breath of fresh air. Now, if you're wondering if home prices are dropping in Phoenix, here's the honest answer. The median sale price this month is $455K. Last month, it was $450K. This time last year, it was $460K. So we are actually slightly below where we were a year ago. That's great news for buyers. But here's another thing that's interesting. The average sale price this month is $658,343, and that is up from $633,074 last month and $642,811 a year ago. So that tells me the luxury end of the market is actually gaining momentum, even as the median holds steady. For my luxury buyers relocating to Litchfield Park, North Peoria, or the Verrado golf course communities, that upper end of the market is still competitive, but there is still opportunity if you know where to look. Monthly appreciation is running at 0.9% right now. That's a recovery from negative 0.6% last month. So prices are actually beginning to tick back up. If you are waiting for prices to fall significantly, I don't see that data that supports that. What I see is a market that is stabilizing and beginning to appreciate it. Days on market. Now, this is one of my favorite metrics because it tells us who has the leverage in a transaction. Right now, homes that are selling are averaging 84 days on the market. That is down from 90 days last month, which is a great sign, but compare that to 78 days this time last year and 68 days 2 years ago. What this means in plain English, homes are sitting longer than they were. Sellers who were used to getting offers in the first weekend or maybe even the first week are now waiting weeks. And that is creating negotiating room for you as a buyer. If a home has been sitting 60, 70, 80 days, that seller is probably motivated. That's when my buyers come in and we write an offer with some favorable terms for you: price reductions, closing cost contributions, and repair allowances. Month of supply is sitting at 3.9 months right now. A balanced market is generally considered to be around 5 to 6 months of supply. At 3.9 months, we are still technically in a seller's market, but we're heading in the buyer's direction. Now, for context, 2 years ago, this number was just 2.5 months. And when you think of it that way, we have really come a long way. The days of inventory figure is at 125 days, identical to this same time last year. That consistency tells me the market is finding a new equilibrium. This is not a crash, it's just normalization. All right, let's talk about the Cromford Market Index, or CMI. This is the metric I watch most closely because it is a real-time gauge of market balance. Now, a CMI of 100 means a perfectly balanced market. Above 100 favors sellers and below 100 favors buyers. Today, the market index is 83.2. Last month, it was 83.5. This time last year, it was 80.8. 2 years ago, 113.7. That was a hot seller's market. Where we are today at 83.2 tells me buyers have meaningful leverage in this market. You're not powerless. You can negotiate. You can ask for concessions. And the listing success rate of 73.1%, meaning about 73 out of every 100 listings actually sell, gives you a sense that not every home is flying off the shelves. Sellers who are overpriced are sitting. Strategic buyers can definitely capitalize on that. So what does this all mean specifically for someone relocating to Phoenix, even more specifically the West Valley? If you're looking in Goodyear, which has a median around 490,000, you are in one of the fastest growing cities in the country. New construction is everywhere. Builder incentives are really real right now. Mortgage rate buy downs, closing cost credits, free upgrades. This is the time to leverage those. Now in Peoria, where the median is around 525K, you are paying for top rated schools, Lake Pleasant access, and master plan community amenities like Estancia. The demand here remains strong, and that's really because families know what they're getting. Now in Surprise, the most affordable West Valley option at around 450K, the extra inventory is giving buyers real choices they didn't have just 18 months ago. Litchfield Park. For my luxury buyers, this is still one of the most desirable zip codes in the entire Phoenix metro. Historic charm, the wigwam, incredible schools. Median here is around 565K, and it holds its value. And Verrado. If you want walkability, community, and a golf course lifestyle in the desert, there is nothing else like it. Average around 450K and a wait list for some of the best lots. If you ask me right now, where in the West Valley is the best opportunity for relocating buyers in 2026, here is what I would tell you. For families with kids, Peoria or Goodyear, top schools, incredible amenities, strong long-term appreciation. For buyers relocating from high-cost markets who want maximum square footage for their dollar, Surprise or Verrado. Your money definitely goes significantly further here than it did in your current city. For luxury buyers who want exclusivity and long-term value, I recommend Litchfield Park, point blank. And for buyers who want to get in front of growth, Goodyear. TSMC's conductor plant is not too far away, and the continued infrastructure investment in the West Valley Goodyear is positioned for serious appreciation over the next decade. So I know that buying a home from out of state can feel overwhelming. I've been in that same position. You're making a massive financial decision in a market you may have never even visited. That is exactly why I specialize in working with relocating buyers. I will walk you through every single step from choosing the right city and the right neighborhood to writing a very competitive offer to making sure your closing goes smoothly from wherever you are in the country. Now, if you're serious about relocating to the Phoenix West Valley, let's set up a free 30-minute strategy call. The link is below in the description. And if this video gave you value, please like it. Please share it with someone who's thinking about making the move to AZ. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss a market update or even my next video. I'm Renee the Realtor. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.